Hey guys, so we're just going to do a quick video on how to remove this hood cowl here, as well as the upper part of the grill. We are doing a PPF installation on this, so that's why we want to take it off so I can tuck all the edges and make everything nice and neat. And so yeah, we want to remove these pieces, lay the film down, and then pop these back on. So let me just open this hood up. First of all, what you have to do is get under here. I'm going to get on a ladder, this thing's a little high. But we basically have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 nuts that we have to take off. And I've already gone ahead and removed them, but here's what the nut looks like. And it's an 8 mil. So those nuts are 8 mils. And so what you want to do is back those 5 off, which I've already done. And then the next step is the kind of tricky part. There's two nuts under here, and the hood is thicker there, so these studs that they're on are longer. So there's one here, and there's one over here. You can take this whole thing off, but I can easily just kind of pull it back and get at these. The other trick before we move on is when you're backing these off, you don't want that nut to fall down in the hood there. It's kind of like a double walled hood, so you don't want the nut. You have to kind of carefully, once you have it backed off, you have to kind of carefully bring your socket out so that you don't drop the nut down the hood. You could lose it, or down the engine bay. So yeah, with these two, the trick is they're also 8 mils. But you need a deeper socket because that stud is so long. It's deeper than even a deep 8 mil socket. So what I've done here is kind of rigged up my tool. What I did was I took a 9 mil deep socket and used electrical tape and taped it to my 8 mil. So now I have like a double extended socket. And so I can just pop this on. Use my extension here, and then you can get in there, and it gives you the depth to get in there, and then you can crank that off. Again, this one has an even smaller hole, so you just want to be careful as you're backing that out. You bring the socket out nice and gentle so that you don't knock the nut off of it. So, okay, so the next part of this is once you have your 7 nuts off from the underside of the hood, what you want to do is drop your hood down and get yourself a plastic pry tool, and then I like to even take it one step further and wrap a microfiber towel around it. And at this point, this cowl piece here, you know, there's a couple clips that hold it in, but your nuts are off there, so it should pop out. So what I'm going to do is just wrap my microfiber around there and kind of get it started, get it under the cowl there. And once you get it up, you can hear it just kind of pop out there. And then you carefully work your way across, and those plastic clips just kind of let go. You can pop this piece out. Put it somewhere it doesn't get scratched. And then there's 2 more bolts under here, and these ones are 7 mil. So you want to take this one and this one off, and then it'll just be clips holding this piece on, and then you can pull that off. So I will grab my socket with a 7 mil, which I think I left under here. I think I just knocked it out. Hopefully it'll move it. Yeah. It's there. All right, so yeah, the 7 mil on here. Peel those off, just 2 of those. So 1. 2. that should be it. Yeah, and that's it for this top grill piece here, now that those two little bolts are out, same idea with this one. I just want to grab my plastic pry tool, wrap the microfiber around it just so that the paint doesn't get scratched, and just kind of start on one end. Once you get your pry tool under there, you know, pull it out a little bit and then get your fingers under there and you can get a little more strength on it. This one, the top one, I find pops off pretty easy. This one almost feels like it's gonna break. It like really grabs. So, there we go. It's just held on that much. I don't know, the clips are a little different, so just a heads up. It almost feels like it's gonna break, but it pops out. And you just wanna secure it as you're going across. Just pull it a little bit at a time, kind of work it out, and these clips on the backside here will pop out for you. And that's it. You can do what you have to do, and then, you know, reverse order to put everything back together. All right. All right, so there it is. Everything's popped back on and it worked out great. As you can see, there's no edges there. So I was able to get the film right in behind there. And so there's no like live edge, except for where the film stops up there. But all this stuff is, you know, tucked in nice and neat, and no exposed edges, which is what I was looking for. So yeah, guys, I hope this helps. If it does, consider smashing the like button and subscribing. It really does help. Appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next one.